I feel that my body has recovered, but my training obviously has suffered through my time off. So my current goal is to continue to build each race, drop my time in, and race myself into fitness before Moscow.
So you're not at your top, at your peak at the moment?
No, definitely not in the same form I was in at this time of the year last year. Obviously, I was running 12 seconds every time I stepped on the track last year, and this year is not going to be that easy because of the injury. And but I'm not discouraged. I still need to stay focused and stay the course and run fast when it matters, which is obviously Moscow.
So your best time is 13:23 at the moment. So I think you're just number 4 in the US, number 10 in the world, number 3 or 4 in the US. So is it something it affects you or you don't mind?
No, it really doesn't affect me much because I've only been training for 2 weeks since injury. And when I went into USA's, our national championships, and when I placed third, it was literally off of 1 week of training. So I'm really not discouraged at all. I'm excited where I am right now because my ball training was so good that even with the injury, I was still able to come out and run 13:20s at our championships. So, but it just gives me something to work forward, and it just shows that everything's not going to be as easy as it was last year.
So questions?
What was the injury precisely? What was the injury precisely?
I tore my hamstring in Shanghai.
Was it that during the warm-up or during the race itself?
In Shanghai, it was actually in the warm-up, but I thought it was a... Yeah, when I broke it the first time, it was at our Olympic trials. Well, technically, it was at some rinky-dink meet in Arkansas. It was wind-dated, and just to see 12 flash up on the clock is just amazing. You get this feeling like, oh my God, I just did something amazing. But to actually get a legal 12, because I had 2 windy ones before, I had an actual one when I won the Olympic trials. And for me to dip so far under it my first time and to be stuck there for the duration of the season and then finally break the world record, it was just a blessing. I was just so happy that I was able to do it so many times last year.
It's difficult to refocus on this season because it's so different of what you imagined in April when you made it.
Yeah, in April, my training was obviously going great, and I was in really good form leading into Shanghai. I thought we would have saw a sub-13 second performance in Shanghai, and then the injury, and so it's tough when you're coming back off of an injury, but you just have to stay focused and you have to keep a level head and keep on pushing because somebody out there is going through something way worse, so you just have to keep on fighting and give it your best shot.
Yeah, injuries is very, I don't know how to say in English. C'est vraiment une habitude dans les
Injuries are very useful. Everybody, everyone
normal. But injuries are normal for anybody that's competing at a high level. It's very hard to stay healthy all the time, 100% all the time. I mean, not even Bolt stays healthy all the time. I mean, everyone's injured and everyone has their problems. Sally's hurt. Blake is hurt. Like, there's a lot of big Olympic stars this year coming off of such a brutal year. Last year was very brutal on the body because we trained so hard because it's the Olympic year. It's our biggest stage. And so coming back now for a world championship after Olympic year is going to be obviously difficult. A lot of athletes that were running well last year aren't running as well because they're kind of fizzled out. But I think that given the circumstance and given time, people will get where they need to be when it's time.
Do you regret something in your preparation, winter preparation? Say, I should have more rest or something?
I think it's a learning process because I believe that me and my coach have never obviously run as fast as we ran last year. And so my main focus for the fall last year was training for indoor because I wanted the world record indoors. And so we hammered indoors and we attacked indoors as if it was a world championship indoor year, and it wasn't. And I ended up hurting myself indoor. And then the injury healed, but it didn't heal properly. And then I hurt myself again. And so here I am.
Is it the same injury?
Yes.
Indoor, outdoor?
Yes. Same leg, same hamstring, same spot.
Which leg?
Left?
My trail leg, which is my right leg.
Darren Robles is trying to be back this season, but he has some problems with scuba. Anyway, what do you think about him? Could he be back?
I feel that any hurdler of his caliber, he was a former world record holder and Olympic champion and world indoor champion, similar to myself. So any hurdler of his caliber can easily come back with the training. It just takes time. We need time to get rhythm. We need time to train, and I think that given the circumstance, he can run fast eventually. Just like Liu Shang, I feel like even though he's injured, even if he wanted to come back and be competitive, he could, because that's the kind of athlete he is. He's very focused and very driven on what he wants.
We've been hearing about Kirani James Boulevard and Kishore Walcott Lighthouse. Was there anything like that named after you, or any particular honours in your life after the Olympics?
Absolutely not. I live in America, so we don't really get those luxuries like people that are foreign and live in smaller countries than America. So unless I'm like, I don't even think LeBron James has a street named after him, and he's a superstar in America. So I mean, just to put it into perspective.
You're talking about going to sub-13 in Shanghai. No one's done it this year. Why do you think that's happening, and did you watch the race last night?
I did not watch the race. I did see results, and I was happy for David. Obviously, he's running well. But it was kind of shocking on Lausanne's super fast track that no one went sub-13. And I don't know. I think it's because the Olympic season, like I said, takes such a toll on the body that you haven't seen such high-level performances from veterans, people that are older, such as myself. But yes, in Shanghai, I do believe I was ready to run sub-13 on that day. And it would have just been a continuation of what I thought was going to be an amazing season. But things happen, and you just have to roll with the punches and do what you need to do to get ready.
And do you not watch track meets on TV generally, or you don't watch your event, or just what were you doing last night?
I was just watching DVDs last night because we can't even. I don't even think we can get the channel here in the hotel, so I couldn't even see it if I wanted to. But I typically do watch track. I love watching track.
No more questions?